Okay lang. Hi guys, I'm Patty Lim from Everbright Real Estate. I'm the lead broker for Everbright and I'm the founder of Everbright Real Estate.
Take us back to 2017. Where were you in life, and what was on your mind when the idea of Everbright was born?
Okay, in 2017, I was younger and I was newly married. So the idea was birthed from the that internal desire in me to explore new things. No, when we got married, Alvin and I, we were in the same team, and because we got married, we're not allowed to be. So I was offered a new opportunity in that company to head the brokers circle, and it was something I enjoyed. I like making structures. I like making systems. But after a year in, I realized I still have that love for selling and selling for myself, I guess. And so I wanted to explore new things, and that's when I decided to explore the secondary market and the other aspects of the real estate industry.
Can you describe the first day of Everbright? Where were you? Who was with you? And how did you feel?
First day, where was I? Who was with you? And how did it feel? Okay, so the first official day of Everbright, unofficially, I was already working, but officially, I started working sometime in September, like now, and I just got off from a personal medical leave. So it was something very exciting for me. It's something that I was looking forward to so much, to get a start after a couple of months leave. And so it was like something of, how do I describe it? Something like, it makes you feel like there's endless possibilities of what can happen and where it can go. I was with Joanna, my ever reliable assistant then, but she was already doing sales with me. She was assisting on accounts, but it was just the two of us, and we were working in our studio apartment or studio condo where I was living with my husband. So in the morning, she rings the bell, and then si Alvin will go out to work, and then we will work in our condo. But our first task then was, or one of the first tasks of Joanna was also to look for an office space, which we eventually got then. So yeah, so we were in our studio unit, and I was with Joanna, and that's it. But despite where we were, and despite us being just the two of us, it felt like there was endless possibilities.
What was your vision at the start? What did you want Everbright to stand for in the real estate world?
Vision siguro, it would always, well, it started with being like a one-stop shop. Because I guess from the very start, I valued service very much. So I wanted to be able to be of service back then, like around the clock. But more of like one-stop shop wherein I can help my clients whether they need to lease out, to sell, to buy, to manage your property, to title transfer. So it was a one-stop shop real estate company. And but most importantly, it stemmed, or it was rooted from being reliable and being of service, of great service and quality service to the clients that we will cater. So
Those early days, what was the hardest challenge you had to face as a new broker?
as a new brokerage, not me personally, right? Okay, as a new brokerage, ano ba? Okay, so as a new brokerage, I guess when I was running it, it's more of finding the right people, finding the right dynamics for your team, and building that culture. As with anything or any group or a team that you build, that's the growing pains, no? Yung finding the right people and finding the right, building that right culture and integrating that to what you want the organization to be in the next few years. So I think that's the most challenging. It's getting the right team in place.
Was there a moment you thought about giving up and keep you going?
There, definitely, no? Until now, there's a lot of moments in a day, no? In a day. From then until now, no? From then until now, there will be days, even in one day, I'll think of giving up, and then in an hour, I'll think of giving up, and then, no, kaya ko to. And then, but I think that's the life of being an entrepreneur. 1 minute you want to quit, the next minute you'll talk to yourself and say, hey, kaya natin to, let's do it, kaya natin to, no? So yes, there are a lot of moments like that, even up till now, not just from the beginning. It's something that we have to commit to talaga. It's a commitment, so it's something that we really have to also, or I really have to talk to myself about. Hindi ko pala nasagot yung isang tanong. What kept me going? What kept me going? So there's a lot of moments that I want to quit, that's for sure. What kept me going maybe would be, of course, the people in Everbright. I always, when I think of quitting, I always try to remember that there are people counting on me for an organization to be a good environment for them to thrive, to grow. So there's a lot of people in the boat already. It's not just me or Joanna. There's a lot of people counting on Everbright, and that's what keeps me going. Because it's always easy to say, oh, I'll quit, I'll just join another brokerage and just, sell on my own. But when I think about it, and when I think about the purpose of, when I ask the Lord, no, why did you put me here? I guess the deeper purpose is that I hear him tell me is because there are people already counting on you. So I have to keep on going. Wala na akong choice. Yeah.
Do you remember your first ever closing or major deal? How did that moment change things for you and that team?
Oh, I don't exactly remember the first deal, but that's probably a sale. Sorry, a rental. So that's why I don't remember it. But it kept on going, like sunod-sunod yung rental niya. So I felt like, hey, we can do this. It's a turning point because it was very different from what we were used to in project selling. So when I started doing secondary market, I didn't know how fun it was in terms of matching and dealing and negotiating. And at the same time, how different it is in terms of compensation. So when I started a brokerage, of course, you think of the OPEX, the operations. And when the transaction started coming in, it felt like, hey, we can do this. And maybe the first, what I would be able to remember was the first big sale that we had. That when that happened, I realized the potential and the opportunities that we really can encounter in terms of being a brokerage, and how we can just take care of that, and hopefully as we take care of these opportunities and privileges, it will also take care of the people in it. So there. Did I answer the question? Yeah.
Looking back, what was a turning point where you felt Everbright had truly found its place in the industry?
Okay. Probably when there were several, it was just me and a few others with Everbright, but we started doing exposures of our brand. And then maybe the turning point is, or when I felt like we found a place, is when I meet a client, they know what Everbright or who Everbright is. When we meet a client that we're targeting in this segment or market segment, they have heard of Everbright. So I think that's one. And another thing is not just knowing what the brand Everbright, it's also that they appreciate the service that people in Everbright provide. So I think that's when I felt like we had positioned ourselves already in the field.
Anong papakilala ko? Lead broker and head of sales. Maganda. Ganyan lang ako para hindi kita yung shoes. Nasa may camera.
Dikit mo naman, Al.
Yan.
Puro pa konti. Yan.
How's my hair? Okay naman?
Okay na.
Pwede na? Hi, I'm Alvin Lim. I'm the lead broker and head of sales for Everbright Real Estate.
Who are the people that stand by you at the very beginning, and how did they shape the company?
Okay. So there were the pioneers and the OGs, no, that started a long time ago with Everbright, or who helped me shape the culture. So of course we have Jem, Sheila, Gab, and of course my ever reliable EA, who now is a very successful salesperson, Joanna, and of course are also very reliable company driver. So aside from that, in sales, we have of course the OGs, the original members of our sales team who really helped grow Everbright to what it is to be right now. So we have Nika, Demi, and Renz, and Sam, together with Joanna, who transitioned eventually to sales. And all these people have been a great support, no, and a great role models to the culture that we want to build. And now it is what it is, no, in Everbright. We are who we are because of them.
If you had to describe the Everbright spirit in one word back then, what would it be?
I think it's better to say a one phrase that can describe the Everbright spirit rather than one word. I would say it's never give up, or never say die spirit. Everbright by nature is a real estate brokerage, so it's a sales company, it's a sales driven career. So as with any sales driven industry, there's always the element of never giving up, never saying, never say die spirit, because that's what really pushes companies to go above and beyond their usual capabilities. And of course, in a sales company, it's normal to have ups and downs, and it's important that during the downs that the people inside the company, the people that make up the company, never give up. So I think that's what has been pushing Everbright since day one, is that we never give up, we figure things out, and we do our best to go above and beyond our capabilities. And more importantly, we do it with integrity. I think that's one of the very important spirits and foundations of Everbright.
How have your values, integrity, service, innovation, execution, excellence guided the company through the years?
It was the core values of, it is the core values of Everbright, and I guess our efforts to repeatedly discuss it and apply it has shaped the culture and the service that we provide, no? Like Alvin said, we serve with integrity and excellence, and with these core values constantly being reviewed or discussed, I think it has made Everbright what it is right now.
What's one sacrifice you had to make the people don't often see?
I believe that one sacrifice that most people don't see are the long hours that we put in as salespeople and business people, as entrepreneurs. I think sometimes that's largely it's something that is probably not as seen, especially in today's world where there's a lot of people who might say that success can be had through shortcuts or through a shorter amount of time than before. I still believe that most people striving in the sales industry, business people and entrepreneurs, they have to go through this season in their business lives and careers, wherein you have to put in the work, you have to put in the long hours. This is, I think, what a lot of people don't see, and I think that this is what will really separate the top producers and the companies that make it and that those that don't make it in the long run. So I think that's one that is largely unseen, but it's something that will truly benefit entrepreneurs, business people, and salespeople in the long run.
If you could speak to yourself on day of Everbright, what would you say?
On day 1 of
On
Everbright.
day 1 of Everbright. Sigurado ka na ba dito sa pinapasok mo? Sigurado ka na ba? But yeah, probably knowing what I know now, I would really ask myself if I'm sure of what I want to enter into. So, there.
What's one memory from the early years that still makes you smile or laugh?
Well, I think it's probably having to go through the cycle of learning things from the ground up. So I came from Mega World. It's a developer. So I was there for 14 years and I got used to doing things a certain way, and our industry sold properties in a certain way. When I joined the secondary market, it was a completely different ball game. So I had to learn things again. I had to figure things out again. I had to learn that certain things were not the way it used to be. So that obviously led to a lot of frustration and, having to start from the ground up again. So that also took, humility. It also took a lot of, the usual, yung mga missed appointments, malabo kausap, low ballers. I was getting to know these aspects of the industry that I did not know then. So I think it's funny looking back that you get frustrated or flustered encountering these new things, and then later on, I smile knowing na ayan, napagdaanan ko yan lahat, and then I learned how to handle and manage these things. And I laugh about it, in the early days when I had to roll with those punches. So, yon.
What excites you the most about where Everbright is headed in the next 8 years?
Okay, for the next 8 years, I believe that Everbright is only scratching the surface of its potential. I believe that current market conditions also on Everbright's 8th year can only go up from where it is now. So I believe there's a brighter future ahead. Ulitin na lang natin.
Nag-Spotify siya. Diyan nag-play. Pasawa yung laptop. Nag-play ng music mag-isa.
Okay, sige.
Kunyari, Gab, nagalit ka. Yung na laptop. Ini-smash mo.
Hindi, kunyari ganyanin mo. Papapagvideo ka na.
Okay, question ulit, please. I think Everbright has only scratched the potential of what it can be. I believe that the next 8 years will be better than its initial 8 years. I believe that the market conditions now on Everbright's 8th year, moving forward, has nowhere to go but up. At the same time, we're also exploring other real estate avenues, such as building and selling properties under Everbright. I feel like as agents and real estate brokers, as agents of transactions, someone who works to sell the ladder, I believe that it is part of a broker's learning curve to one day also own their own ladder. So we're exploring those avenues. We're looking at ways how to be more efficient and effective in how we do things. And we're also looking to continue to grow our community of brokers. But at the same time, we're not just looking to grow the community, but to learn how to strengthen and build up this community. And with that, I think naturally, organically, we're only going to be looking at an even better and brighter Everbright for the next 8 years.
What legacy do you hope this company will leave for client, for your team, and for the real estate industry?
Ang hirap naman. Define legacy. Ano ba? For clients, for
Your team, and for the real estate industry.
okay. Well, earlier you asked me what I'll tell myself from day one. No? And I told you I will second guess my decision in starting Everbright. But all kidding aside, I'd like Everbright to be known as internally first in our team to be an organization or a family, no? That help them not just earn a living, but also grow in life, no? Grow in such a way that we are able to help build higher quality or help give higher quality of life to the people who are working with us. So internally, maybe that's what I want to leave behind. It's an organization, a family that cares for its people, not just help them earn a living, but also level up the quality of life that they can achieve, no? Or they can live. And externally, for our clients, of course, I'd like Everbright to stay as one of their top of mind brokerage for the service and the integrity and the reliability that we're able to provide and really give our clients, no? Or the service that we give are something that they would really be proud of or appreciate, because we don't only see per transaction, but we really do care for both or all parties whenever we transact. So there. And then of course, in the industry, like what Alvin said, not only to service, no, not just sell the ladder, but also own the ladder. So we're looking to also be able to build quality homes for families that would appreciate them and that would actually enjoy the works or the works or the houses that we develop. Yeah. So, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, actually, okay.
Very well said.
Yeah, that's it na, actually.
That's all? Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Everbright? 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 Everbright?